Hello students, today we are going to take unit number 4 in SS of the 10th standard, Literary Heritage of India. In other words, we can say the first topic is an ancient literature, because we will have to learn very carefully, because it is an important one as far as only information is concerned. You will get in each and every line so many information, and you will have to cram out, which will be helpful to you even for competitive exam too. So literary heritage of India, in other words, the first topic is ancient Indian literature. Among them, the first we shall try. Actually, why? First of all, why the language is needed and how can we express our thoughts? Because men took help of expression through symbols, drawing, sounds, and other things to communicate his thoughts, ideas, feelings, emotions to other. And thereafter, these led to the most ancient civilization like Mesopotamia, Persian, Greek, Chinese, Egyptian, Indus Valley, to express thought through such type of the symbol and drawing. And that was necessary because this constructive use of language thereafter led to creation of script as well as language. Now we will go ancient literature in Sanskrit. This short note is very much important. That is why whenever it is asked, you will have to write down all this topic. For example, Vedic and classical literature. And as we know that Sanskrit is the most important language, and even today's, if it is the most convenient language of the computer, as it is already propounded. And the best example of this is Sanskrit language, though it is not using very well in present situation, but it is used for the religious ceremonies, worshipping, rituals. All these things are being done only in Sanskrit. And this is the language of Aryans and language of science and knowledge during the Gupta period. And this language was used by the higher classes of those days, and in higher classes generally Brahmin and Kshatriya during those days have been included, and it has been considered as the language of religion and philosophy even today. Now we shall go for, among them, one of the most scholar, literary scholar of the Sanskrit language is Maharshi Panini. Maharshi Panini was a great Sanskrit grammarian, and the most important book of this time is Ashtadhyayi, which is a noteworthy work of Sanskrit grammar of 4th century. Sanskrit is considered as the language of the Aryan, as had been already we had stated earlier. It has been accepted that all the international level of the Sanskrit is the best language for the computer use, and you will have to memorize this Ashtadhyayi, which is used, which was written by Panini. And this question is asked in MCQ so many times. And here you can see the photograph of the Maharshi Panini of those days. Now we will go for what happened before going to that, it is necessary for all of learn how many language which are already considered in our constitution. You had already learned in standard 9. Today 18th language recognized by our constitution. Now we will go for ancient Indian literature regarding other topic, among them Vedas. Vedas means knowledge, and there are main four Vedas, among them Rig Veda, Yajurved, Samved, Atharvaved. And Rig Veda has been considered as the most ancient book of Indian literature, and it consists of 1028 verses, and it is a wonderful work which is divided into 10 divisions. Most of the verses are prayer of God. They were used during the time of yagnas. Among the verses, those worshipping Usha. Usha means the goddess of the dawn, are fascinating. This work described political, social, religious matter of the Aryans who were residing in this region of Saptasindhi. And second one is the Yajurved. Yajurved, it is called a Veda of Yagnas. It is composed in both forms, prose as well as verse. This describes the hymns recited at the time of Yagnas and religious practices and rituals during those days as well as today. And thereafter Samved. Samved have been considered as one of the oldest book along with the Rig Veda. Samved was composed to focus on the process of the recitation of the verses, and here it is also known as Gangotri of music. You will have to memorize this particular for either blank or MCQ. Samved has been considered as Gangotri of music. And fourth one is Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda describes various types of rituals and sanskars. So you will have to keep and you will have to write down all these things in ancient Indian literature. And along with you will have to add here in ancient literature, for example, Upanishad. Upanishad is the books of philosophy. Here you will find the deepest thought which is narrated in the very simple way. Example, Brahmot, Narayan and Chanakya. Both these are the very known Upanishad, and with the passage of the time, Upanishads number are increasing. Another is Aryan caste. What is the Aryan caste? Generally, Aryan used to spend their last phase of life in Aranya. Aranya means forest, and making their ashram, that is called Aryan caste or forest. They composed literature based on philosophy, which was the result of their deep thinking, and it is known as Aryan caste. Thereafter we can say Vedangas. Vedangas are the religious practice. You will find here the rituals, even regarding grammar, even regarding astrology, even regarding the astronomy, everything you will find here. Thereafter, here we can say the Chanakya. But before that, I would like to say some of the ancient literature is Puranas. Puranas, approximately 18 Puran are there. Matsya Puran, Vishnu Puran, Garud Puran, and such type of the so many other Purans are there. What is the role of the Puran? The role of Puran is to convert Vedic religion to Hindu religion, and thereafter Smruti Granthas which are the religious teaching in which you will find the laws and customs of during those days. Ashtadhyayi, as we had already mentioned, the book of grammar, Sanskrit grammar, which was written by Panini and written during the time of the 4th century. And Arthashastra. Arthashastra is a book of management which is written by one of the most important and highly scholar person was Chanakya. And really, it is really very, very important thing. Here you can see the photograph of the Chanakya. Thereafter, the most two important epics in the world. There are main 5 or 4 epics which are the most important. Among them at the world level, John Milton's The Paradise Lost. John Milton was a blind writer. And another which is also written by John Milton, The Paradise Regained. And among all of them, the most important epic, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. These are the two great epic among all these 5 epic. And the Ramayana and the Mahabharata are the two great Indian epic. The present form of these epics can be traced back to the 2nd century. The Ramayana is the story of Ramchandra, who was the king of Ayodhya. And as we know that Ramayana is a smaller epic than the Mahabharata. But Mahabharata is written by Vedvyas. It has been considered as the world's largest epic. Approximately 1 lakh verses are there in which war between Pandav and Kaurav have been depicted. You will find here it also consists of the numerous stories. Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata, expounds the deep philosophical principles. It conveys the message of achieving moksha. In other words, we can say the salvation through jnana, karma and bhakti. And it is propounded by Almighty, the Lord Krishna. So here, all these are the most important things in the ancient literature. You will have to write down regarding all these things. And during this period also, Sanskrit literature was produced at the higher level and at the towering level, we can say. So here we will ended the ancient literature, and if it is asked in the short note, you will have to write down all this topic in this